Isn't that a big blessing to have? Like, to have people who actually care for you, to have people who actually love you, to have people who genuinely want the best for you.
Your value increases when you add value to others.
Welcome back to Ranting While Driving. I just want to talk about a few things which I just had in my mind. A lot of times, what happens when we start out a project, or when we start out a business idea, or when we start out anything in our life, we take a lot of things for granted, and the things we take for granted are generally very small things that might not look like a blessing to you, but they're actually blessing in disguise. So the fact that you're waking up every morning, the fact that you actually have a job, or you have the ability to follow your passion and goals. Do you know how many people are not actually able to follow their dreams and passions because they're hindered by being in a bad setting, being in a bad environment, because they don't have people to help them, or to actually provide them that knowledge. They might have the capacity to actually learn and develop themselves to being a formidable force, but at that point in time in their life, they're not given that opportunity. So really understand, and like it's just a deep thought that I have. I think about me being able to wake up, drive my car. It's a big blessing. It's a blessing that I can have this opportunity to do what I'm doing right now, because I have the opportunity to choose what I'm also doing. So I have my business, I have my startup, which is doing well. And why is it doing well? That in itself is evident of the work that I'm putting in, but not just that work, because there are so many things working together to make that successful. Just taking my life, for example, being able to be born in a family that's close-knit, being able to have parents that are supportive of my dreams and goals and my desires, them being able to guide me and actually provide me the learning that I require. All these things are really a blessing that we might not actually recognize or see. But I think through life's journey and through our experiences in life, we kind of tend to understand the importances of these small moments and small pieces that actually make it part of a big puzzle. So whatever it is that you're doing, do it with all your hard work, with all your might, with everything that you have it in you, because you never know when something is taken away from you. That's why that saying of you never know the value of something until you've actually lost it really hits deep, because you'll only really understand the importance of something in your life when you do not have the ability to do it. I take every day as a big blessing, and as an opportunity. So look at every day as an opportunity that's knocking on your door. Are you going to give your best, or are you going to wake up and just have a mediocre day? Because how you look at the situation and how you actually envision yourself working on a particular day really matters. And I know a lot of people ask me, how do you get the motivation to do this or to do that, or to put up this content, or to even write? When there is something that you love doing, and when there is something that you enjoy doing, it becomes a passion. It becomes something that you don't have to work hard for, or you have to struggle for. It comes naturally. So the fact that I'm able to express my point of view, or the fact that I'm able to share my experiences, is because it's easy for me, because it comes naturally to me, and that is because I really love what I'm doing. I enjoy what I'm doing. Let me give you a bit of a tour, or a bit of an outlook on what's actually happening. This is me driving in Chennai, in India. Traffic's not that bad today. Oh well. So let's get back into it. If you don't mind, please do like and subscribe and to see more of my content, because I enjoy doing this for not just myself to see where I'm growing and how I'm growing every day, but it's also to provide as much of value that I can to those around me. So whether it be my friends, family, anyone who feels like my journey, they've seen my journey and they've seen me grow, I want to be able to showcase that, and I want to be able to show that in a way that it's understandable to everyone, and it doesn't it's not those 1 in a million people that become successful, right? It's a process to being successful. So success to everyone is different, and so I really enjoy providing value to people, and I feel that my calling in life is to educate, to help, to provide support wherever possible, and it could be in different facets and different ways. It doesn't necessarily have to be through content. It doesn't necessarily have to be through my business. It can be just by interacting with people. You share knowledge, you share your experiences, and your experiences kind of teach or show how you got to where you are. And so that helps someone along the way. And even if I've helped just one person a day, I think I've won. I don't even know. And before, when I like you think about it, 5 years ago when you asked me this question, I would have said, in my life, if I have helped one person in my entire life, then I've won in life. But now you think about it, I ask myself, if I've helped one person a day, I think I've won in life. So it's the benchmark, or it's that bar that I'm setting that is so high, that keeps me motivated and keeps me passionate about what I'm doing, and also I enjoy what I'm doing, and I enjoy my hobbies, my work, my business. So being passionate, overly passionate about what I'm doing, allows me to be like this with you guys as well. So yeah. So I really want to double down on just loving what we're doing, right? So and when we're loving what we're doing, it is easy to get sidetracked and easy to take things for granted. But I think it's very important to come back, ground yourself. And the way you can ground yourself, or at least how I've grounded myself, or how I have been grounded, is really been forced to be grounded, because I've failed in a million little things that puts me back to the ground of, oh, this is where you started, this is how you did it, this is what you did. Like, no, you fail, you don't get that sale that you want, you don't get to convince the customer that you want, so, or you don't get the job that you want, or you don't get the investment that you want. And every failure has taught me a lesson. I think if you look at all the highs that I have, and in my life, whenever I see my highs, or whatever I've thought as successful, those successes have had a process, but it hasn't really taught, reaching that point hasn't taught me anything. It's more about me being able to fail and learn, and take learnings from that failure that's actually given me or made me the person that I am today. So really, I think it's very important that when we're going on our journeys, and when we are taking steps to getting somewhere as an end goal, it's really important to understand day by day what you're growing in, what you're not growing in, and take everything that you do, even failures, take it as a blessing, because I think even when we're looking at people who are naysayers, who are hating on you, you think about it in such a way that what they're giving you is criticism, and that criticism can actually, you can actually refine it and take good from that. So always look to see the good in everything that is happening around you. Whether you feel at that moment is something that's not something good for you in that particular moment, even if it isn't, look in the big picture. It's probably going to be teaching you a bigger lesson. So when you go through life in that perspective, and when you go through life in that process oriented mindset, I think you automatically start growing, and you automatically put your mind space you switch on the learning abilities, because when you stop learning is when you stop living. And this is a real principle that I've really followed. So every day I wake up with challenges or with things that I need to look into. Obviously being a business owner, I think every day is like being a firefighter. Every day brings up new challenges. Every day brings up new problems. And all those problems might require me to do certain things at certain points in time, and I learn from it. I learn from those mistakes, or and putting out these fires. I think it helps me to also understand and stay grounded as to things can actually go wrong, and things can actually shut your business down. So what are you going to do today? How are you going to set the right processes in place? How are you going to do the right things in your business to make sure that customers don't face this problem? And so you're always on the lookout of the next thing, or the next problem that you can solve, the next situation that you can help out people in. So in this continuous circle, to be able to find motivation and to be able to actually love what you're doing, that's where you really need to be. The moment you start hating something, or the moment you start looking at the negatives in something, I think it puts you down so badly that it's so hard internally for you to rise up from that situation. When you're optimistic and when you have a positive mindset to yourself, what happens is you always look at the good in that particular situation, or how to actually overcome, how to be an overcomer in that situation, rather than feeling defeated and deflated. So when you look at negative things that are happening around you, and when you look at the negative in those particular situations, you get bogged down. You get into a cycle where you're questioning yourself. You go into a cycle where you're thinking about what ifs and what nots, and thinking, if only I did this, if only I did that. So I think we've all been there. Maybe not now. I haven't been there. I haven't been in that sort of space lately. But I have been there. Whether it was like a kid, or whether it was when I was at uni, it's always a journey. Life is a journey. So in that journey, you're always trying to improve yourself and to get better. So that's where it's really important for us to have a mindset and a mentality to actually grow every day. My biggest growth in my life has been the fact that I've been able to control my short-temperedness, and I talk about this very openly because I feel like there's nothing to hide. Short temper is looked as a taboo topic, or something negative about someone. It's a red flag, or whatever it is. It's all fine, but being short-tempered and looking at the world in a very quick, sparky way, of emotions taking you to having a reaction to a certain situation and so on, and then coming to a point of a place where you an understanding where you cannot control everything. You need to let go of certain things. You need to understand to work on a process, to wait, to be patient. These are things that have really helped me, and these are things that I think have opened my eyes to see. And I've gone through those challenges because being in a corporate world where things were not going the way that I liked, or my team not understanding what I'm saying. These sorts of challenges you kind of tend to understand, and you see yourself growing and you see yourself evolving over time. And I've really wanted to work on short-temperedness because I know that can obviously make me a better person. Ideally, I think it would help me to network better. It will help me in my relationships. It will help me in my personal life. So I really wanted to improve that facet of my life, and I did. It took me a good 5-6 years to really not get very angry in certain situations. Take yourself out of a situation, understand things better, give yourself some clarity, give yourself some understanding of what's actually happening with that situation, because you really cannot control everything in life. So being able to do all these things and practicing all these mindfulness and techniques of actually controlling your emotions and having control of your emotions was really helpful in my other facets. And that's how I say being able to stay grounded and now looking at my life as a blessing, I kind of tend to understand all these things that I have done and all these steps I've taken have all led me to where I am. And me being happy in the place that I am right now is purely because of the way that I've changed my perspective, or the way I've changed my idea of life, or what my passion in life is. To me, I think I've encountered countless challenges and countless problems, and so whenever I see problems, I don't see them as big situations and problems that are, because when you first find out there is a problem and this is something that's not working out for you, it looks like your whole world is crumpling down on you. It's just crushing you. Then it happens once, it happens twice, that same problem comes 3-4 times, and then you're like, oh yeah, I've seen this before. I know how to deal with this. I know how to overcome this. So then that problem becomes so much smaller. It's the same intensity, it's the same thing, it's the same problem, but the more you get practiced on it, you tend to understand it differently. So that's the same way I look at it. Every problem, problems come, but because and if problems do come, and if there are problems, then there are definitely solutions. I think my dad says it very nicely. I don't know. I think I was in an accident once, and he mentioned to me that he asked me, are you okay? Is the car fine? And it had obviously smashed up a little bit, and he said, no, don't worry about it. There's nothing that is not fixable. If there's a product in the market, then there's definitely a way to fix it. If there's a product that's damaged, there's definitely a way to fix it. So I thought, the car was probably destroyed, or I thought the car was probably not going to work as good as before. Then he said, if we cannot fix it, then we replace a particular thing. So there's always a solution. There's always a solution to that problem and that situation. So then all these small things are eye openers to something much greater. And now I look at situations like this, and it doesn't phase me out. It doesn't put me in a spiral. And I think to myself, that's because of the fact that I've had a great upbringing. I've had supportive parents, and those are not things that should be taken lightly. And so if you do have parents and family like that are supportive, I think you've got to give credit. You've got to understand that. First, be self-aware and understand that. Secondly, really value yourself and value your parents, value your family, value your time, value your everything with them. Because I really go into work, and I see when I work with teams, I see when I work with people, a lot of people, I have this problem at home, I have that problem at home, I have pressure at home from my dad, my mom, my grandma, my friends, my dad, my this. So all these things are bothering you. Why? Because no, if you've got those people in your life, isn't that a big blessing to have? Like, to have people who actually care for you, to have people who actually love you, to have people who genuinely want the best for you. I don't see why someone would want to complain, or why someone would want to rat them out in like to other people that are in no way, shape, or form going to help them in any way with that situation. So, that's where, like, I really think that we as humans need to be grateful. We need to be grateful for the life that we have, for with the things we have in our life, whether it be materialistic, whether it be professional life, whether it be personal life, whatever we have. Please be grateful. Please understand that you're in a much better place than a million other people around you, other parts of the world, wherever they are. You have it so much better than so many people around you, and you didn't come this far to only come this far. So understand that. You need to really put that into your head, because a lot of times we're so good at looking at all the negatives and all the bad things in life, that we spiral into all these other things and all these unnecessary things that make us so ungrateful. We really need to appreciate life and the life that we have. Be satisfied where you are. Don't be always looking for that next thing, or don't be always looking for something bigger. The only way you can start getting to where you want to go is by being satisfied where you're at first. Be happy, be content with what you have first. Once you're content with what you have, then work towards the next goals, and then the set processes in place so you're able to achieve greater. You're able to take steps to grow and to be better. And that's when you will actually start to attract success to you. And that's it from my side. I hope you found this useful. Do like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon so that you get all the notifications whenever I post. Thank you guys. Cheers.